Hello! Today I'll be showing how to simulate the deformation of a steel beam when 20,000 newtons have been applied to it. So the first step involves opening up ANSYS Workbench and then dragging that static structural tool into the project schematic. The next step involves right-clicking the geometry and opening up SpaceClaim. Now I already have SpaceClaim opened up, so we're going to go directly to SpaceClaim. And then here, when you open it up, it's going to be blank. This is just the final product that you should expect to see after you follow the directions. So we're going to build this, click the rectangle and put it at the origin. We're going to make it 2,000 millimeters long and 200 millimeters tall. And then that's how we're going to get our rectangle. That's the dimension for our rectangle. The next step involves sort of extruding it to make it a 3D rectangle rather than a 2D rectangle. So we're going to pull it out 100 millimeters. And then that's how we're going to get our 3D rectangle. So we then have our geometry, but we still need to design it a little bit more so that we have a face that we can apply that force to. So we're going to enter design, select split, and then this is going to be one uniform face prior to splitting it. So we're going to split it at 900 millimeters seen here, and then once it's been split, it's broken into two, so then we'll split this face at 200 millimeters, and we'll get this face seen right here, which is where we'll be applying that force. So once we've done this, those are all the steps that are needed to actually design the geometry for this model. So once we've done that, you can either close SpaceClaim or return back to Workbench, right-click Model, and select Edit. And when you open it, you're going to open it up in ANSYS Mechanical. So you're going to see your import, that if it's imported correctly and everything's been executed correctly, you should see the import. Okay, what is this? Okay, yeah, you're going to see this. And so you're going to see the geometry is this solid that we just created. It's structural steel. And then the next step involves actually creating a mesh. So we're going to select mesh and then click mesh. This is the context. And then we're going to select sizing. We're going to select the full face seen here, this big green cube. And when you click that, you're going to select the body, like this entire body seen here. It's one body geometry. And then we're going to click apply that sizing, select the sizing. So we're going to apply that sizing to the full body, and then we're going to select generate. And then after we've generated it, you're not going to see it initially, you're just going to see it blue until you click out of body sizing and into mesh, and then you can see the full mesh. So then now we've created the geometry, we've created the mesh. So we have the geometry, we have the material, we have the mesh. So the next step is to actually create the constraints for this analysis. So you're going to click static structural, and you can see the different constraints that we have. So we're going to apply a fixed support on both ends, and then we're going to apply a downward force. So to create the fixed supports, we're going to select environment, and we're going to select fixed, and then apply one and the other on both sides. So we have fixed support 1 and fixed support 3, and then we're going to apply that force on the face that we just created in geometry. So we're going to select force, we're going to apply it here, and in my geometry, the y-axis is actually, we're going to be applying this force in the negative y-axis, so it's going to be negative 20,000 newtons. Seen here, you're going to, in order to get here, you're going to select a force, seen here. We're going to select components. So it's going to say, initially it's going to say vector, but we're going to select components. And then we are going to select, we're going to put negative 20,000 newtons in that y component. Okay, and that's how we actually apply the constraints for this system that we're modeling. And then now we're going to just look at the solutions. We're going to get the results. So in order to do that, we're going to click Solution, A6. We are going to select Results, and we're going to choose each of these different types of results. So we're going to select the directional, we're going to select the total deformation, We're going to select the equivalent stress, von Mies, as well as the normal stress. We're going to select the strain energy, and those are the 4 results that we're expecting to get. So once we've selected all 4 of these, we're going to click solve. And when we click solve, we can see the equivalent stress, this is how it appears. The normal stress, this is how it appears. The strain energy, seen here. And finally, the total deformation, which is what we were hoping to see. You can see that face where we're applying that force and the deformation on the rest of the beam. And that is it. That is the full tutorial on how to model and simulate force being applied to a steel beam.